Hey everybody, so this video will cover the oil pan replacement on my 2002 Super Duty with the 7.3 Power Stroke. So most of the information I found said that you have to take the engine out. I definitely don't want to do that. So I found a couple of videos that explain that if you raise the cab, raise the engine, you can just slip the oil pan out. So I figured, hey, why not try this? So in order to do that, you have to take the rear seat right out. There's 8 bolts on this one because it's a crew cab. 8 bolts on this one you got to pull out, and then you can lift the cab up. So I took those 8 bolts out, popped the hood. I took off both of the tubes to and from the intercooler. Took those off, unhooked the batteries, of course. There's a couple other minor things, and then started to carefully jack up the cab, putting blocks of wood in between the frame and where the body mounts are located. So I ended up getting the front up about 4 inches, 4 or 5 inches. And I got the engine up as much as I could until the turbo and everything started hitting the firewall. And then still couldn't get it out. So I went up a little higher, got the back of the cab up. I had to take the canopy up, back of the cab up, front a little more, engine a little more. Still couldn't get it. So my other options were take the transmission off, take the engine out, or try lifting the transmission. So I unbolted the transmission from the cross member, lifted it up 3 or 4 inches, and was just able to, in one location, pop the pan out. I ended up, I had a spare engine with a pan, so cleaned that up, painted it, put the sealant on the engine once I had the pan in place, because there was no way I was going to get the pan into position without either wiping the sealant off the engine surface or wiping it off of the oil pan surface. And ended up working pretty good. You can move the oil pan around enough that you get room to put the sealant on pretty good and you see what you're doing. Good access. So got it up, bolted up. Um, Everything down in place. Worked pretty good. So if you're going to go this route, you need to let the truck sit 1 or 2 weeks. As any oil comes down on that sealant while you're securing, it'll ruin the seal and you got to start all over. I lucked out. I had it sitting for a couple weeks before I did this. No leaks. It's been a few weeks or a month or so since I finished. No leaks so far, so that's good. Um, as you're jacking the cab up, you're going to want to, of course, go a little bit and then look at everything. Make sure there's nothing that is hanging up. There's some stuff in here. Oh, another thing I took off is the shaft from the steering wheel to the steering box. That had to come off. Um, you just want to watch everything because, as of course, as you go up, everything's going to come to its maximum limits and take off stuff, undo it, or undo it from the frame if it's got an attachment point as you need it. There'll be more video clips after this and pictures. But yeah, my opinion, I would do it this way again. Learn a few things, but yeah, I would definitely do it this way again instead of pulling the engine or pulling the whole cab off. It works. Definitely, I do not recommend cutting the cross member out like I've seen some people do. If you want to do it to your own truck, go right ahead. I don't recommend it because that's an integral part of your frame. As soon as you cut that out, everything moves. You can weld it back in. It's never going to be lined up the same. Never going to be the same. Yeah, so that's it. Hey everybody, I'm in my lower lovely shed, as you can see. Um, Replacing the oil pan on my current truck with the one from my spare engine that I got a few years ago. It's in better shape, much better shape than the one that's in it. So let's see how this goes. Well, that was fun. Finally got it off. Everything looks good on it. So this is a 7.3 Power Stroke out of a Super Duty. I'm not quite sure on the year, but I was told it was a Super Duty, not a OBS, because I've got a Super Duty. So if you come over here, you don't mind the engines, more engines, some axles, bandsaw, you know, bunch of, you can't really see that too well, we'll get to that later. Bunch of different stuff. Got it off, everything, you know, considering it's been sitting out here in the shed for I don't even remember how many years, and the guy that had it before me had it sitting outside under a shitty tarp for I don't know how long. It's not bad, not bad. Looks like it's got powder rods, same as my other engine. Doesn't look too bad. Alright, well, it came off and shows me to check to see there's oil in it. Don't trust the guy when he says there isn't. Looks like a little bit of water got in there over time. That's fine. I wasn't running with it, I don't think. Alright, that's it. So now we have the pan clean, all the surfaces cleaned, brake cleaned off, brake cleaned out, wiped off, blown out several times, and a quick fresh coat of paint after thoroughly cleaning and scrubbing and wire brushing all the crap off the outside. So this will help make it last a lot longer, I think. Soon it will be going in. Gotten lucky, I guess. I haven't cleaned this yet at all. Well, you know, I wiped it off with a rag. That's about it. The adhesives and sealants that they used didn't adhere to the block one bit. Lucky it didn't leak more.